Hey everybody, Sara and Keith from the Leaders Lyceum back again with another weekly Thought Fuel. The reason I am sitting in this crappy chair and Sara's got the really good chair is because about 10 years ago maybe I read this article in the New York Times Magazine and the way I remembered it is a little bit different than what it was written, but the principle's correct. Sara actually Googled up like this generation can do to call people out who are never wanting the truth to get in the way of a good story. Anyway, the point of the little article was that if you took a cafeteria chair, you know, just your basic chair, and you did this really intense workout, and you stepped up and you did some push-ups and you did all this kind of stuff, 30 minutes twice a week. It turns out that it was 7 minutes 3 times a week, but the principle still holds, right? So 30 minutes twice a week over the course of 6 months, you increase your physical strength by some number that was surprising, like 25 or 30%, and you double your endurance or something crazy like that. Go look up the article. You would only wind up putting in about 25 hours of workout time over those 6 months in really little bitty windows, right? It's kind of the way you handle your workout exercise now. If you're like me, you say, you know what, I haven't worked out in about 6 months. I think I'm gonna go get my 25 hours in this weekend, right? You know, 2 things are probably gonna be true. One, I'm gonna be as sore as I've ever been for all of the next week, and I'll probably be injured in some way.
Based on the poppy noises I heard when you just did those exercises, probably
I know,
tomorrow
I can still feel 3 different things that now need to be worked on. But on Monday, I would be no more physically fit or have greater endurance. So this relates to a principle.
Yeah, so as much as it would be really fun for Keith to teach us an exercise video, what we really want to talk to you about is this idea of these small, bite-sized attempts at growth, either developmental fitness or physical fitness. And the idea that when you make it a habit and make it a routine and build up this cadence where it just kind of is happening on this rhythm, you are going to grow faster, just like you would get stronger if you keep exercising. And so, you know, as you think about the rest of this year, what is the rest of 2017 going to hold for you?
Yeah.
How do you build up this cadence of taking these small steps? And we've talked about this at the beginning of this year, of saying, okay, over the next 2 weeks, here's something I can do. Here's a challenge I'm going to face. What can I do differently? And just making this habit, rather than waiting for these big things that just kind of hit you, that you can't avoid, or waiting for a big epiphany. You're saying, I'm just going to go on this leadership retreat this weekend and get it all done. What are those ways you can develop a cadence? And
I don't want to poo-poo the leadership retreat or the big epiphany kind of stuff, but the reality is when you have been maintaining a cadence for growth, you're actually more prepared to get more out of the big thing when it comes your way. Mm-hmm. Think about, just apply the whole physical fitness thing. If I had been doing it for 6 months and then I did decide to do a full weekend, I would be way more prepared to gain from that big weekend. All right?
So that's it. Go find some little ways to make growth a part of every week instead of waiting for the big moments.
See you soon.
Bye.